This is an interview in South Africa where we are being joined by Bonke Tyhulu. He's the Chief Executive Officer of the Nelson Mandela Museum in Mthatha. Hello, Bonke. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello.
Hi. So, Bonke, tell us, why does Nelson Mandela remain such an important world figure, and why does he continue to have such significant influence so many years after his death?
Thank you very much, and thank you for the opportunity. When we talk about Mandela and why he remains such an important figure, few reasons. He's a man of values. He led his life through particular set of principles, and that helped him to be able to understand different issues. If you continue talking about Madiba, remember, we talk about values which over the years shaped his life. He was an epitome of the South African struggle, but a man of peace. When he had an opportunity to revenge for the years he spent on Robben Island, he took a different position. He was a man of reconciliation, and that alone makes him above other great leaders of this world. Because whilst he had that opportunity to make revenge, I'm saying he volunteered for peace. He became an advocate of human rights. Remember, he was able to talk freely about the issues of HIV and AIDS, whilst at the time some leaders were reluctant to even say something about AIDS. So over the years, the world has learned a lot from him. And because of that, he will remain etched in our memories forever. He
Now,
has been
Bonke, I wanted to ask
immortalized in the
you,
very...
sorry about that. The world is remembering Mandela at the moment, but are you happy with how his legacy is being treated and respected in South Africa? Is South Africa doing enough to honor this great man?
Oh, certainly. We are quite happy with how South Africa has preserved his values.
And, well, since you are the CEO of the Nelson Mandela Museum, talk to me about how you choose to remember Madiba personally, like what he means to you.
Madiba to me means a lot, obviously. I'm being influenced by the fact that I'm a part of the museum, and therefore my thinking cannot be that different from that of a museum. But more than that, I think to remember Madiba as a person, it would be to do exactly what he would have wanted, to say things he would have said, things that he did not say. When something is wrong, we tend to be shy. But Madiba would have said something about corruption, something about the state of affairs globally. He would have told Donald Trump to tone down. He would have told the Middle East, the Chinese government, to say, this is where we are as the world. He would have given them a direction. That is how, as a person, I would like to remember Madiba. But as a museum, we're talking about universal values. And we appreciate that the world remembers Madiba through his universal values.
Thank you so much, Bonke Tyhulu, for talking to us. We've been speaking to the CEO of the Nelson Mandela Museum in South Africa, and we've come to the end of this news brief.